parking lot. So I decided to walk back here before I started this video, so I can hopefully remedy my mistake from before. I, again, sort of lost my handle of the controls, so walking to here did help me readjust. So what I wanted to do before was jump up here to activate a shortcut and complete the joke with this tombstone. The XXL coffin for T. Tupper Drabbutt. Otherwise, what I missed up here is the path to that mirror over there. Wait, why didn't you move? I thought you were supposed to. Oh no, this owl is just a means to get over there. Right, there are 2 more owls that you need to get into position here. I also ignored the bottle cap on top of Red Ipsum's grave, so I'll get that as well. And after this I'll go back into St. Nert's trinkets. After all, there was a disco ball in there, and my aim in this part is to get all of those at least. I won't go straight in, I'll show off the reflections a little bit. That is really well done. That's a lot of effort to go to for portals to disconnected challenges. Which one was this? Oh, right. I'll try to excel at this because it's not just the XP, there's also an achievement for being particularly good at this minigame. Oh no. I'm losing the plot, clearly. I didn't mention before, but these mirror challenges, if you fail them, you get kicked out and you take damage. If I fell into the abyss in the platforming challenge, that's what would have happened. I'm definitely gonna fail this as well. I think there's some RNG to where exactly these cans go. Oh well. It's just like when you warp to a portal. Yep, fall on your face. All right. The achievement there is to get 20, so I'm glad I cross that threshold. But yeah, didn't miss too much. Figured I'd take the opportunity to do the backtracking off screen though. Or off camera, I mean. This bug here is where dropping down becomes important, because if you try to jump over it, it does that. Didn't mean to drop there. I think I remember how I did this. It had something to do with a wall jump. Yeah. Nice. Now I'll go back to St. Inert. Maybe get some stuff on the way. Oh, this isn't the right staircase. Oh, I just remembered. There is one more thing. I said to take mental note of it in the previous part. And that's the 1 XP cube in here. The walls and ceiling are dirt, so... Although I forget if you can... Yeah, you can just go up there. And the drill ability will be used like that a lot more. One of the places I'll go to in this part is sort of based on that. In fact, I think I could take a shortcut, but I won't get distracted. I think that slope was too steep. I was about to start sliding there. Right, these are the stairs where you can dig. I think there might be some kind of, not triple jump, but perhaps double jump mechanic. A la Mario 64, maybe. So the Saint opened something up here. And I'm not gonna explain what this thing on the wall is yet, just take it for what it is, what it looks like. It is a silly creation. I do like that jingle. These will hurt you. I guess I spoke a little bit too soon. One of them is down there. You can just about see it in the corner. Right up here. Oh, did you climb all the way up here expecting to get through this door? Whoops. hope your level is high enough, otherwise don't forget to come back here when it is. If you're having trouble finding more XP, there may still be some left back in my park. It's a good time to tell you that, because with the drill I think you can get almost everything in the park, but I'll save that for later. This section is a bit weird. Forced combat. I just don't think the combat is anything, so it's strange. If you just walk through here and the doors didn't lock, I'd be fine with that. Although it's kind of insignificant anyway. Some of these same sounds could be heard in the other silent room I entered last part. With the bird in a cage hanging from the ceiling. And I think you're supposed to do that first, because there's 3 of these guys here. It might be kind of confusing how to deal with them at first, because you try to hit them and they just don't really seem to get hurt. I think they're supposed to be ducking and blocking. This is the one case with an enemy where you have to headbutt them, then combo them, and then even slam butt to kill them. So these are probably the hardest enemies in the game. I think they're supposed to resemble those other turtles that walk on all 4s. These are perhaps undead versions of them. And yeah, you have to kill all of them to get this. If you look up here, there's a huge gap to that dirt in the wall, so you have to kill all the enemies first to be able to push this. I think that should be good. Okay, how did I do this before? I think I... Yeah. Use your brain, man. There's something very eerie about the silence in here, or maybe you're hearing my AC. I'm still not sure about that. I think the drill is used in a lot of cool and versatile ways. Another great camera angle. I think manually controlling the camera is something that is a bit overrated. It can add a lot to the atmosphere of a game. And sometimes a fixed camera angle like that is actually better than any camera angle you could get with manual control. At least I think so. I could also headbutt across as well. $10 XP is nothing too much, but I will be getting absolutely everything. You can be sure of that. Before I go looking for the other disco balls, there's this thing. I wouldn't touch that fish. That came from the haunted lake in the graveyard. It keeps repeating some ghastly song. Not to mention some guy named Sniggy sold it to me. Sniggy? What kind of name is that? It was on one of the gravestones, and if you remember the sounds when I hit them... Yeah, that's a code. I have it written down ahead of time. Wanted to make sure I had it right. I guess I'll go to the gravestones before I explain it. The first code is literally just written there in the order that you hit them in, but this is a step... one step of difficulty higher in terms of puzzle solving, I think. Also, I do have a crank. That's the word I was looking for last part. I don't know why it escaped me. And I will be using that crank after I do this code as well. So he mentioned that Sniggy gave him that thing. So this is a low tone, this is a medium tone, and this is a high tone. And based on the sound of that fish, it should be 2, 1, 1, 3, and repeat, because it does it twice. There you go. And of course there's one more, but I still don't have all the pieces to solve it. Although it's written on the same piece of paper in front of me, I will not get ahead of myself. Now for that crank. Yeah, that's what would have happened last time as well. I don't really have much in mind to talk about during this series. I'm just sort of relaxing and doing everything here. Open to any ideas, though. I thought I would still be in the air when I pressed the action button, but why I kept pressing it, I can't explain. I do believe he mentioned that one of the disco balls is guarded by a dragon, so yeah. Curses. I actually never fell here to see this. I guess it's just dropping down at the same rate it would if you weren't cranking it. That's a little tedious, to be honest. Oh well. I failed, so I kinda deserve that. And yeah, there's an XP cube down there in the dirt. 2 of them actually, but I'll do that later. Huh. The first time I just sort of went for it and I didn't get bitten. Yeah, this is why. Now there's a shortcut. by digging through here. You can even bounce up and drill into the wall from the cemetery. O brave knight, thou hast slain the fearsome dragons. Actually, I'm not sure those dragons are slayed. In fact, they're probably pretty mad now. Oh, we can get on the roof from up here also. Do you think those dragon heads all have one body inside the cliff? I'll bet they do. I guess we'll never know. That's such a random thought. And yeah, the dragons are angry. I like the level design here. It's clever to have a dual purpose to the dragon heads like that. Yeah, this mix of the music seems to be based on elevation, or maybe this platform specifically in this case. Yeah, the disco balls will be in all of the areas that were inaccessible because I didn't have the dig ability before. I never gave that guy his cheese grater back. What's wrong with me? I just realized that when I heard him crying. Must have just slipped my mind. Now I'm above that room I was in before. And right here is probably the meanest XP cube in the game, though I think you could. Oh no, this is an area where you can't even use the zoomed in camera. Well, that's mean. And there seems to be nothing here. Until you hear that and remember what that NPC said about creaky floorboards. Where do I even start with this? I think I'll head back here first. Like I said, you can't... Maybe that's why you can't change the camera here, because if you walk behind the bookcase... Oh dear God, this guy was a sicko! Do not go back there. I don't think that joke would work if you could look back there, right? Although the XP cube above here, with the inability to look around, is very, very mean. That is one of the ones I had missed. The Oinkronomicon by Babdul Alhamzred, excuse me. What the heck is that? Is there a palindrome in there? I don't think there is. No, there's only one Z, among other things. And this book. Dear Diary, it me, Dr. Awkward. It seems Sniggy T. Yiggins and Oliver Revillo have cotted on to me. One of the specimens escaped the enclosure last night, and Revillo glimpsed hims. Now I wakes up today, and all of them's are gone, except Tat one I just summoned. Revillo and Yiggins likely locked them up somewheres in they dumb building. If they catches on, they may comes back and finds my sacrifices I fed to Spider Pet. So I, Dr. Awkward, am going over to stabbies them. Yiggins says he would bloated me up if I came around there again, but he probably bluffing. Probably bluffing. Excuse me. Yeah, that's Dr. Awkward. Everything in that diary actually checks out. You'll see, but yeah, the other specimens I killed earlier in that building. And in here is another one. So that's why I think you're probably supposed to do this first. I don't know what these things are supposed to be, by the way. They make a clicking sound. Are they alive? The raycast effect through these boards is really nice. Rather unnecessary even, but it does add something to this room. And there we go. You do have to climb back up here, which can be slightly tricky, but there we go. I think the main con of fixed camera angles is transitioning between different ones. I experienced this all the way back when I played the original Devil May Cry for the first time. And I will admit it's a problem there. Ah, the building was still too tall. Oh well, it works. It was a damage boost, yeah. That's what that was. So after reading that diary, I will now do this and explain, and I will give the spider's cheese grater just a minute. That was Dr. Awkward's diary, so this is the final combination, and one that I needed a hint that it had to do with his diary, and then I figured it out. It's the order in which the names are said in the diary. So it's... You can write it down as a code. I just wrote down Awkward, Oliver, and Sniggy, and then wrote numbers as I read their names in the diary. So Awkward is first. Then Mr. Yiggins, I'll call him. Then Oliver. And Oliver is mentioned 2 more times in a row. Then Yiggins, Awkward again, and finally Yiggins. Yeah, that's a tricky one. I have it written down right next to what I wrote, the diagram I drew for the Trial 4 puzzle in Star of Providence. If you don't know what that is, don't worry about it. But maybe someone watching this will know. A callback. And yeah, not only do you get 3 more XP cubes, but this opens up. I'm glad that I'm doing it now, for reasons which will become apparent in a moment. This is kind of tricky. No, that's not it. There. I think the angle of this vine is supposed to make that even harder. And this is dirt, so you can go up through here. And yeah, Alexis was absolutely right. A bit of a quick brick joke here with the dragon. Who thinks of this? So yeah, all of that for a joke and 10 more XP. Worth it. Like really, I'm not gonna forget this. This is hilarious. Yeah, that's another spot, just like the tutorial says, that you can slam. Nothing happens if you do it again. That was very stupid of me. I know how fall damage works, and yet I still dropped down instead of digging. Whatever, as long as I'm still alive. I guess I need this now. I think the consistent soda pickups you get from enemies are good enough to make you want to fight them when you otherwise would completely ignore them. Okay, now that all of that's done... Oh wait, I didn't even go indoors. What am I doing? Such a scatterbrain. Has anyone made the joke of scatterbrain? More like scatter your frickin' brains, you... Anyway. My cheese grater! Thank you, I'm so... grateful. Okay, never mind, I'm putting it back. Ah, sorry. Here, just hand it over and you can climb up and help yourself to my treasure. The diary mentioned that Awkward fed people to a spider pet. Yeah. That checks out, like I said. I like that. Although Dr. Awkward is kind of a joke character, and obviously there isn't much of a plot or story, and all of this is a dream anyway, it's said from the start. It still shows the developer thought about this world a lot and wanted to have it be internally consistent and cohesive, at least. Okay, and now I go indoors. I need to start a background process in my brain of what I have to do next. Oh, I need to... Maybe you don't need precise aim for that, but still. What was level 4? Oh, right, I remember what it's necessary for. 4. I didn't intend to make a pun with 4, but whatever, I'll own it that time. My curse is accidental puns. Right, I remember how you get this. I was looking at it earlier, and I couldn't quite recall. So I'll start with that. There's actually a lot of little things that still need to be done. This level is huge. I didn't even remember that there was dirt up there because you climb to the top of that before you have the drill. And there's no reason to go back up there unless you remember that, so that's neat. That's a little sneaky. I also forgot to talk to this guy because when you talk to Alexis twice, he says something and I think I just assumed that I talked to him because of that. Old Percy had the idea to turn this old building into a giant musical machine. One that'll play a song them owls hate. Too bad the idiot installed the crank backwards. Then somebody opened up the top during a storm, and it flooded up good. Poor old Percy. We done bolted up the crank, so that don't happen again. I don't think I nailed the pronunciation of all those spellings, but... yeah, it's flooded alright. There's even furniture down here. Was there anything else in here? Was it just that one XP cube? I think it was. Oh no. Yeah, that was it. Probably should have done a playthrough for myself before this, but just to be more familiar with where everything is. But it's fine, I think. I do like that sound effect. I forget if it at the metal panel falling over. Now I can drill down there, but do that after this. I think it'll work out pretty well. But if this panel didn't make a sound when it fell over, that'd be fine. But it does, and that's because the developer cares, I think. A giant music box. I gotta be quick here. Maybe you saw there, but the lid has some climbable pipes. I might not make it in time at this rate. Okay. That didn't sound right at all, did it? But as he said, the crank is on backwards. Wolloh's still there. He didn't seem to care at all. And now I'm back down here. And I can proceed down there. Some semblance of decent routing there. Spiders, yay! If you headbutt them, make sure to jump and grab their web right after. Otherwise, that looks like a long way down. You know, it looks like all those branches lead up to that cliff up there. But actually, they friggin' don't. Must be some other way up there. What else is nearby? Way ahead of you. Yeah, that's all. Is there actually any instance where you have to talk to her more than twice? I don't think so. Wait. I shouldn't be doing that just yet. Because I'm pretty sure that this is a separate section. I guess the spiders are kind of like the dragon, just a variation. They're on a cycle where they try to attack you if you're close enough. So just wait if their attack, if you're in range for their attack to trigger, I mean. I guess top-down could also be good for jumps like that. Sort of. If height is no issue and you don't need to see your height that clearly. I think I need to go for the mattress, that's what the point of this is. Nice. Wait, right, there was even more over here, because I didn't climb that other log. That was a bottle cap. Where were the other two? I'll find them eventually. It is another thing I'll have to do for completion, but other than just checking it off, it's not practically that useful. I didn't realize it could hit you there. Right, that gets you over here. I kind of ignored this. I think I looked in this direction, but I didn't comment on this fence and the crate. But yeah, now that's the thing. And notice these owls? This is kind of cool. First, I'll go under here. If you look up, there's an XP crystal there, but how the hell? I think the hint is that this bomby bird can't... You can't really reach anything that you can blow up with it, so what's the point of it? It's to hit these owls. And they're gonna go over there and create a path to the XP. Yeah, it's a cool little puzzle and challenge. There's nothing else in the game quite like this. I think I need to wait for the third owl to get into position. Yeah, there it is. They're kind of slow. And descending down with the owls isn't gonna work, but that's why that pile of leaves is right there. It's not decorative. It's for this. This place probably should have had more leaves and less mattresses. The leaves are more inconspicuous. Right, another thing I missed before is this XP cube. I will have to go to the tree again later, but might as well grab it now. I'm close enough. And you see those cubes up there? There's one thing you can do with these turtles. You still can't kill them. Not these ones. The zombie ones, sure, but these you can just flip over like that. But wait, do I need to get it further up? Is this wrong? Am I forgetting exactly how? Yeah. I guess I'll kill this thing while I wait. Can this turtle follow me up the slope? That's the thing, if I did a test playthrough just to remind myself how all of this went, I wouldn't be wondering. I would be doing. Really? Oh wait. Am I just completely misremembering how this is done? Yeah. Or did I not even do it this way before? Strange. Anyway, that's how you get those XP cubes. Now, what else is left? Yeah, when I climbed to the top of the music box, and I picked up a disco ball from the bird's nest, so that's what Sanitary was talking about. So there was that one, and which one am I forgetting? It had something to do with digging again, but... Oh wait, right. Of course. It's the area I said I couldn't do anything in just yet. And since I noticed it this time, I'll grab that screw. This game is just full of small things. That's why Steam has guides for them. I did consult one for the last 1 or 2 XP cubes I was missing. I knew where to look, but I also didn't. I knew the area. But good luck finding a needle in a haystack like that. I could have also walked through the wall. Oh, this is what I was thinking of with the turtle. That wasn't right. Weird that that didn't connect the first couple of times. I guess I'm also too far from the wall. Maybe if I'm on the edge of the turtle, it can still work? No, I'm just messing this up. Maybe I wasn't right under it the first 2 times I tried that. There we go. And on top of 100% completion, I also want to do every little achievement. I mentioned the one with the soda machine and dying from the smoke. There's also this turtle. I'm pretty sure will follow you a rather large distance. This is another one of those things I should have tested for myself. I got the achievement, I'm just forgetting the details. Yeah, this is the one. It couldn't get out because there wasn't a hole in the wall before. So I guess I've freed this turtle, but where am I leading it? Oh, there's another turtle over here. In fact, I think there are exactly 2 of these in this place. It just hit me. This implies that Dr. Awkward was killing some of the denizens of this place for those rituals. But yeah, getting these turtles next to each other gives you an achievement. Reunited at last, something like that. So, back to business. Much like with Tackle Box, I'm expecting to have missed stuff. So, one of the last parts will be tying up the loose ends and then doing the final challenges of the game. I think that's a pretty satisfying way to end it. Yeah, because of this dirt wall, I couldn't go any further before, but now can get all the way up here to the Sanitary Zoo. I love the zoo. Last time I went to the zoo, it was just a couple of muskrats and a cow. Maybe the zoo will be better. How am I gonna get in there, though? Oh, you can't dig under there, can you? Maybe you can dig under something else. I'm just tripping over all of my words this part. I guess there is one more of the turtles up here. Alright, I didn't talk to Alexis a second time. Those big turtle guys will follow you all around if you stay close to them. Don't get too close, of course. Their spikes are gonna hurt. Maybe they don't have spikes everywhere, though. So yeah, that's as big of a hint as you're gonna get. Before I talk to this guy, you can just barely get behind the zoo for a singular XP cube, and that's one of the ones I had missed. That wasn't too fun to look for. The turtle isn't needed to get up here, but it is needed for the zoo, of course. Guess I just go down the spider's string, or... Oh, this whole thing is solid. It's a way down. Yeah, I should talk to this guy. Oh, my zoo, what can be done? I knew the owls would ask me to close it, but I just needed to clear out the Oozy rat infestation first. Now they've blocked it off completely. Who can fathom what it must be like inside there by now? Oh, that's it. Yeah, Oozy rats in a sanitary zoo. If you look at that and try to read it backwards, yeah, that's another palindrome. Another famous one, I think. The spider's definitely meant to harass you while you're trying to herd the turtle. I just remembered where the last bottle cap is. Moments before I would see it anyway. Oh, I don't need to do that first. I should go up here first. Yeah, there it is. Not the last one. I'm looking for the last disco ball. My brain is all kinds of messed up today, apparently. I guess I could clear out this whole area. I'm just curious how long it's been. Pretty long. Yeah, I don't need to do anything extra. This'll be it. There's plenty of reason to run around town. Anyway, this place is so filthy that you're gonna suffocate no matter where you are. And this is the only way to replenish your oxygen. Kind of a fun challenge. Yeah, that'll help me later. These rats also remind me of something from Conquer. I don't know what specifically, but I think they would fit right in. Maybe those pieces of cheese that were getting sacrificed to a rat. That was cutting it way too close. That was a decent route there. I forgot one of the rats was there. I just assumed I could make it. And thankfully I did. Jumping and then headbutting through the air feels really great. The fact that you could do a complete 180 and The tutorial for that is quite nice. Okay, I think I could make it without any more oxygen refills. I hope I can, anyway. Sweet. I think the rats themselves can't hurt you, but they don't have to. And that's basically the main goal complete. Even the ooze on the floor goes away. The place feels completely different. Did the music change? I wasn't paying that much attention to that. Yeah, this is one barren zoo. And the only other thing I want to do here is get that screw. Maybe I don't have to do it now, but why not? Point is, I'll have a reason to come back here later, anyway. I could have just went straight for the screw when I was coming back from killing the 6th rat. Oh, these vents get disabled as well. That's kind of neat. So killing all the rats first is advised. Why didn't I just headbutt into it? Then I wouldn't lose any height. That's my bad. That is the whole point of the headbutt in situations like that. Yeah, exactly. I guess that's everything for now. Actually, there isn't much left of Wolloh's Hollow anymore. Because with the disco balls, I just need to remember where the last bottle cap is. That's the only major thing. Oh, I do remember it, but I'll do that next time. Thank you for watching.